if you're planning to build custom software for your business, or you want to start and grow your own custom software development agency, you must understand IP ownership. It's a very, very critical thing to get right inside of your contracts, and it goes both ways. To agency owners, you want to get it right. To the buyer, to companies that are looking to hire agencies to build them software, they especially have to get it right. And I'll explain how I do it at my agency. If you don't know who I am, my name is George Amin. I'm a 15-year software engineer. I run an agency of my own called Webhouse. We've been building custom systems for the last 3 years. We've done over 70 of them for 7-8-figure businesses. And IP ownership is something I did not have in my initial agreements that I made with clients. Funnily enough, when I had my first couple projects, I had no agreement at all. So if you don't have agreements at all, that's a big problem. But assuming you have an agreement, I just want to pay attention to the intellectual property clause. This is very, very important to get right so that you don't burn yourself on both sides of the court. How do we do it at my agency? So my default contract, my default agreement, and this is to increase the value of my agency as much as possible, right? And this is my default. My default is that I say that all intellectual property and ownership of everything that we build is my property, is my agency's property. We own it. However, upon final payment of our project and handover and what have you, we say that you essentially have an unlimited license to use the software that we've built. However, the IP is my agency. It belongs to Webhouse. That's my default. Most clients look past that clause, and it's fantastic for us because like, okay, cool, we own the IP belonging to this client that we're building software for. It's our IP, we're giving them a license to use it in perpetuity. So that's my default. However, some clients, they are obviously aware of IP and IP ownership and the value that it potentially can bring for them. And for them, what they want is to own the IP. Now, this is all a negotiation exercise. If them not owning the IP is going to cost you the deal, then you just have to weigh up how much that IP is actually going to be worth to you. In some instances, you can say no to the client because you deem the IP that you're about to build is probably of more value than you think you can extract from the client. So that's a decision for you to make as an agency owner. However, from the customer side, from the buyer side, if they want to own IP, they're going to go out, find an agency who's going to be willing to do it. And there will be many agencies willing to do it, as we are, as we do with our agency Webhouse. So if they come back and they say, look, we want to own IP, then that's fine. You can make a judgment on that. In most instances for us, I want to stay an agency. I'm not looking to necessarily build software, build our own internal products and take them to market. I want to be an agency. So I am more than happy for clients to own IP for what we're building. In some instances, we are building software products for our clients that they do want to take to market. Obviously, for those, it's a no-brainer. They need to own the IP. However, yeah, I won't let many deals slip away if they push back on this IP clause. But if you're the buyer, it makes sense for you to want to own the IP. If you're building something that's unique that you think can give you some kind of competitive edge, push back on IP. And I'm shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but I just want to be as transparent as possible. If you think it can give you a market edge, then it's something that you want to own. And if an agency is not willing to work with you because you're not willing to give up the IP and you want to own the IP, then I would argue that agency is just not the right fit for you. You can find many other agencies out there that are willing to do it, just like we do at Webhouse. So the message and the point of this whole video is make sure the clause is very clear on both sides. If you're the agency and if you're the buyer, be very, very careful about IP ownership. The last thing you want is to sign an agreement thinking that what is being built, because we're spending tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, that what's being built is not your IP when you thought it was going to be your IP. That's a disaster. So make sure, look at the fine print, read all of the clauses inside of the agreement, and be sure that IP is under your ownership if that's what you want. If not, then that's fine. You don't necessarily have to push back on that. That wraps up this video. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. If you want to learn how to build custom software with AI, I have a free school community. Link is down below. And if you're wanting to actually start and grow your own software agency, I've also got a link to our pro community where we do weekly group calls. And that's going to be with me directly. Weekly group calls, and we talk through all of your most pressing challenges trying to grow and scale your agency past $1 million per year. And of course, if you're a client and you're wanting to build custom software for your business and you're looking for an agency, that's what we do at Webhouse. I'll also leave a link down below for that. I hope you found this video valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.